Hello, we are group number 9. Those are the members: Natalie Muñoz, Mayeli Navarrete, Irving Neira, and Juliana Niola. So let's go to the next slide in order to know the structure we are going to follow. First of all, we're gonna introduce you this case, and then we're gonna state the problem, and after that we're gonna show you some evidences of this case, and finally we're gonna establish some possible solutions for this case. So let's start. Natalie, the scenario is all for you.
Okay, introduction. Um, the case focuses on the limited information from the authorities about the way the foreign language is taught and the type of accent used, British or American, in their institution. It's an issue that generates a lot of concern and discomfort to the fellow trainees because in this situation they were able to witness the deficiency of clear and update guidelines from the authorities regarding the methods, approaches, and pedagogical criteria used in the teaching of the foreign language within the institution.
Okay, the statement of the problem. Okay, the problem statement then focus on three critical aspects that affect the quality of the professional practice. Number one, absence of the institutional tutor. Here, I want to state that the absence of the institutional tutor was a somewhat complicated problem because while we practicing had some complication in the institution where we were doing our internship. We didn't have that guide or person to whom to communicate what was happening because sometimes we didn't have answers to our communication to the institutional tutor. Number two, acknowledge of preference about assets. This is the problem we have in the institution since they have no communicate to us they handle British English and we have UX students were used to American English and it was a bit complicated since there were some words that their pronunciation was different and at the time of giving our demonstrative class, they prevent us from giving the whole class since they told us that we were confusing the students. And number three, little communication, the academic tutor and the practicals. Here, the little communication between the academic tutor in chain of getting has academically has practices resulted in misunderstanding of clarity in expectation and ultimately a less effective internship experience.
In order to support all of this mentioned before, here we can see some evidences of this internship. We can appreciate our peer providing some help to the students within that institution. But as she already mentioned, there's not any tutor uh, academically. Then this absence uh, allows the situation to get worse and worse, leading our college or university to a low level of prestigious within this institution because of the level of English that the teacher possesses. Then the lack of communication or the poor communications between the academic tutor and our internship lead the the practitioners to a poor development within this internship. So let's continue.
And now let's go for the possible solutions. As the first one, what we propose is the institution should have taken a general knowledge test for the practitioners, because in this way they could just to make sure that they were at that level or they were able to teach to any grade, not someone in particular. For example, they could apply this type of maybe test knowledge that they are so easy to apply, and even just to have the answers, the test, just in a minute. And that's all. Even the procedure is so easy that you have to just to put on your personal information, and after that you're going to have these kind of questions, and you're going to have it like this at the end. And even you can send it to the institution, or even they could arrange a place where they could maybe they could take it in the institution. And now the another proposal is inductive class was essential in order to avoid the misunderstood, in order to propose and arrange every single essay before and set clear goals or what they want to get. I meant with this to clarify that they were working with the Cambridge maybe books, or even with the British accent, because in that way in the law even there is no mention about that you have to work specifically with that accent. Even they mention in this part of the law that they say that the teachers have to get a TOEFL even. So the TOEFL, it means that they have American accent. So it also means that the institution could allow it. So it was not actually a problem. So it was maybe something internal that they could work it, and they will set it, as I mentioned it before, with an inductive class, and this could be avoided. And now, the last one was the academic tutor must have changed, because this problem was settled from this, and there was not any other solution proposed by the tutor. What the students or the group of students that were working on that institution will just have to come with the coordinator, and after that the coordinator must maybe communicate with the Consejo de Facultad, and after that they could change it. Now, I'm going to show you that at UPSE regulations, they said about this, about a tutor, but specifically at that part, they said nothing about what if maybe the role of the tutor was something wrong with it. It's not pretty normal, actually. It's not any law or something advisable to do it at this case in particular. But what you can do, or in this case as a solution, was to talk with the coordinator of the pre-professional practices, and after that the coordinator was going to talk with the Consejo de Facultad, and they are going to solve that problem. That will be the procedure in this specific case. And now this was the proposal that we have in order to solve this problem. So thank you so much, and that was our presentation.